The train has been stopped for 45 minutes. No station, no platform, no explanation. Outside the windows, darkness and nothing. There's a handle near the door. Red, a simple pull. Your instinct says use it. Get out, move. That instinct will get you killed. What to do if a train stops in the middle of nowhere? That's what this is. And understanding how rail emergencies actually work turns this decision from a guess into a certainty. The violent stop felt like a catastrophe. It wasn't. It was a 150-year-old safety system doing exactly what it was designed to do. George Westinghouse patented the automatic air brake in 1869. The core principle has never changed. A continuous pipe runs the full length of the train, carrying compressed air. That pressure actively holds the brakes off the wheels. Take away the pressure, brakes clamp on. Instantly, completely. Lost traction power, a parted hose, a separated car. Any of these drops the pressure. The triple valve fires. Every brake on every car locks simultaneously. The railway fail-safe activated. The train stopped because the system worked. A train cannot move without deliberately maintained air pressure. Its resting state, its powerless state, is fully braked. A train breakdown survival situation starts here. The sudden stop is proof the safety architecture held. The first fear on a stranded train is being rear-ended. Another train, unseen, fast. That fear is based on a fundamental misunderstanding of railway signaling. Track is divided into blocks, one train per block always. The system enforces this through track circuits and axle counters. Your train's steel axles are currently shorting that circuit, physically, right now. If the circuit fails, corrosion, flooding, a severed cable, the railway signaling fail-safe triggers. The system doesn't guess. It doesn't wait. Every signal behind your train goes red automatically. The system fails safe, not open. You are not a sitting target. You are the trigger. Your axles created that wall of red. Every following train is held back by automated block protection. That's the infrastructure at work. What put you here? Switch failures are common. Summer heat buckles continuous welded rail, engineers call it a sun kink. Winter ice jams the mechanical points. Grid faults cut traction power. None of these are catastrophes. All of them trigger the same automatic stop. Now the exterior. This is what the railway third rail danger briefing sounds like before they let anyone on a track bed. Not safety theater, operational reality. Overhead catenary lines carry 25,000 volts of alternating current. That is 100 times stronger than household electricity. AC at 25 kilovolts does not require contact to kill. It arcs through open air. 9 feet is the minimum safe distance, not a guideline, a hard boundary. The third rail runs alongside the track at 750 volts DC. Direct current causes muscle tetany. Touch it and your hand locks shut. You cannot let go while the current runs. The rail does the rest. Your train losing power does not mean the grid is dead. Adjacent tracks often run on separate circuits. They are live, and they are in active use. Trains approach in near silence at up to 125 miles per hour. The train's body overhangs the rails by up to 3 feet. The aerodynamic wave hits before the metal does, and the ballast underfoot is not stable ground. It is crushed, angular granite designed for drainage, not for standing on. You know the exterior is lethal, but knowledge doesn't fight discomfort. And discomfort is exactly what your train is about to start manufacturing. Traction power loss kills HVAC almost immediately. The cabin is sealed glass. Human bodies generate heat. Sunlight transmits through the windows. The car is now a slow greenhouse. The emergency lighting battery is mandated to last 90 minutes. After that window, the car can go completely dark. That is not a disaster timeline. It is a discomfort timeline. The distinction matters. This is what the industry calls self-detrainment. Passengers force the doors not because they are in danger, but because the train feels unbearable. That feeling is real. The conclusion it drives is wrong. Lewisham, 2018. Ice on the conductor rail stalled a commuter train outside London. Frustrated passengers forced the doors onto live track. The network operator executed an emergency power cut across the entire sector. 8 additional trains stranded. Thousands of passengers stranded with them. Zero power, zero toilets, 4.5 hours. Contrast that with Oak Ridge, Oregon, 2019. Amtrak hits a fallen tree in a blizzard, train immovable. Conductor and 183 passengers held position, stayed inside the protective shell. 36 hours. Zero injuries, zero fatalities. You understand why staying feels unbearable. You understand why the data says it's still the right call. But there's a moment when even that advice changes. Here's exactly when leaving becomes the right move. The threshold is narrow. Evacuate when crew or first responders give the explicit order, or when an onboard hazard, uncontrolled fire, a flooding cabin makes staying actively more dangerous than the track environment outside. If you must go without that order, and this is the rare exception, locate the red emergency release. Pull it. This vents the pneumatic seal holding the doors shut. Then slide the doors apart manually. Before stepping down, look for the third rail. It sits on ceramic insulators elevated outside the running rails. Look both directions for headlights. Listen for rail vibration. Confirm the clearance before you move. Jump clear of the doorway. Land on ballast, not on the rail, not between the rails, on the stone. The running rail is polished steel. It is a slip hazard, not a footpath. Land wide and land firm. Once down, move. 15 to 25 feet from the tracks, minimum. Train body overhang and aerodynamic wash extend well beyond the rail. Get clear of both. Navigate to the nearest level crossing. Find the blue emergency notification system sign. Call the number. Give the dot crossing ID posted on the sign. You are now talking directly to railway dispatchers. That call is your train evacuation emergency contact. Use it. The stop is the system working. The red signals behind you are the system working. The real danger is not the broken train. It is the discomfort that drives you out the door and into the kill zone. That instinct, override it. Stay on board until crew or first responders authorize the move. Treat the exterior as a live industrial zone because it is. Understand the machinery. Trust the fail-safe. Hold your position. If this gave you something useful, subscribe to Gridfall Survival. Next time, your vehicle breaks down on a remote road in winter. Prepare, adapt, outlast.